these African woods are like iron. I don't bring a really fine cutting tool here because they damage the edge. Just a very simple crude tool like this. Mind you, it still has to be sharp.
It takes quite a bit of wood to make the barrier around our camp.
This is one place I don't load my arms up with firewood because this is exactly the place you find a scorpion. One bit at a time.
Scorpion?
Yep.
And the snake.
Okay. So there seems to be a bit of a gap here, Lemoyne.
Yeah, but no, he's coming to...
He's going to close it with that. Alright, I'll get out of the way.
Oh, sorry. This is the way to put.
Metelli was using the same technique as in the old village, with thorny bushes to protect us against the wild animals.
These thorn bushes take you a little bit by surprise when they fall down. You can see why they're such an effective deterrent for wild animals. Well, I'll put loads down. I'm quite big.
I think that's enough.
Okay, good.
In the jungle, you don't sleep while here.
Yeah. What are the rocks for, Lemoyne?
He's just making the part of the sleep. Yeah, not to go to roll on the fire.
Yeah.
Might have a nightmare and to roll today.
You might have a nightmare. What, with me sleeping here? I'm your worst nightmare, Lemoyne.
The perfect way to keep warm and yet safe away from the embers.
This is a place for firewood.
Yeah.
You get any firewood, you bring here.
It's always interesting to see how different cultures go about organising their camp, and this was the first time I'd seen how the Masai sleep safely in the bush away from the village.
This looks really comfortable. I mean, this is the sleeping area, and this is the posture springing, if you like, and also keep you out of the dirt. Brilliant, very, very comfortable, cosy.
Yeah.
Once we'd settled in for the night, Metelli got out his goat stomach pouch and tucked into his stew.
Yeah.
The camera crew went back to their camp, leaving me to carry on filming with a small home video camera. We pulled our door across and continued our supper. The ranger, Lemoyne, seemed to prefer my ration pack to the stew.
Wow, very delicious.
It was great to spend the night out and share stories around the campfire, talking of cattle, wives, and well, you should have been there.
I told Lemoyne the story of Count Dracula. With bats flying above us. And Metelli fell asleep. He was so scared. Tell you, when I set off yesterday, I felt, oh my God, I've got the biggest rucksack again. We go here, right? We're set up, camera crew have gone. Metelli here turns to us and says, I haven't got enough blankets with me. In the middle of the night there is... Right then, which way? This way?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm looking forward to seeing this.
I was surprised when Metelli suddenly led us into a hidden gorge. I had no idea that this landscape held such a treasure. This is Olcarion Gorge, and it's a tremendous breeding place for the griffin vulture.
This is an incredibly interesting plant. It's one of the most poisonous plants on the planet. It's from the seed of this plant, the castor bean plant, that the poison ricin is produced. And that poison is so effective that it was used by Soviet Secret Service to carry out assassinations. And in recent years, of course, terrorists have taken an interest in the plant.
At every turn I saw plants I recognised, and so many of them have uses.
Fantastic. Look at all this aloe. I think I'll cut one of these leaves. You can see all the juices dripping out here. Of course, we use aloe a lot these days for treating skin conditions, particularly as an after sun, which is very effective for skin protection. It has a lot of medicinal uses. I'm going to show you what we can do with it in the field. The first thing to do is to cut off the thorns on the side, like that. Then slice it down the middle like this, and then this can be peeled apart like this. And this can be used as a medicine on skin. It doesn't have all the properties of the preparations that we carry with us, but that is a field expedient use of the plant. Very, very soothing. Mind you have to make sure you get the right plant. There are other plants that look like aloe, and if you did this would burn your skin, so it's important that you know the right plant. Metelli, do you use this as a medicine?
Yeah, it's a medicine. They use sometimes to drink, for diarrhea, to clean your stomach, and for the wounds, and sometimes to a drip for the cow's eyes.
Despite the abundant vegetation, finding water is never simple. Then Metelli revealed a secret weapon. He told me that the Masai had hidden this spade here for as long as he could remember, so passers-by could dig for water whenever they needed it. And sure enough, he knew exactly where to look.